Don't be throwing that away because we'll be repurposing an old waistband into a dainty sleeve accent. It's such a simple sewing hack with minimum assembly time. You'll be going from plain to dainty cute in no time. This dainty sleeve hack is doable through hand stitching or even sewing machine. It's up to you, and some parts may require simple hand stitching, so don't worry, it's gonna look good. I was scrapping fabric for my bottoms because I bought a top and a bottom house clothes from TikTok shop. But then it turned out that the top part is perfect, and since I'm pear-shaped, my body is pear-shaped, so the bottom part is very small. I had to decide whether to just give it away, the shorts, or just keep it with me for future projects, so I chose the latter. So I started with dividing the cut waistband in half and then parting it in the center, making sure it's the center, and then to cut out a knot. You will have to position this notch at the top center of your sleeves. So it'll take some time. You'll have to use a sewing clip or a couple of sewing clips. And just take your time to make sure you're not tugging on the fabric, you're just guiding. The only finicky part of this project is the ends, the two ends of the half of the waistband, if that makes sense, because you'll have to cover up the cut ends, which you can easily do with plain hand stitching. If you have a sewing machine, you can skip this part, but I just want to show to others who are probably beginners, just like me, how to do this by plain hand stitching. So you'll just have the thread, a needle, okay, and then whatever you do, just make sure they are stitched together, if that makes sense. I'm just using a plain standard straight stitch here, just making sure they're attached together. Anyway, whenever you're using a bias binding, which I will in fact use in the end, so this doesn't have to show, but as for now it looks good already. Okay, that was only half of one sleeve, just to show you it's doable by hand stitching. As for now, we moved on to our sewing machine. Okay, just a reminder to guide the fabric, but avoid tugging. Remember, it's from a waistband, so it has garters or elastic, so we don't want to deform it, okay? And then, as you can see, okay, so if you're going to use our bias binding, it's not just going to make the project prettier, but it's going to make it all the more durable. Your clothing, it will last longer, okay, with just a couple of stitches here and there. And I think for everyone who's sewing, everyone must try at least to have some knowledge about hand stitching. It always comes in very handy. Now we're finished. It's that easy to make these dainty sleeves from a repurposed waistband. But at the end of the project, I've decided to put on those bias bindings just to make my clothing more durable, because I've spent so much time making this clothing, so I just want them to last for a long time. By the way, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. And just to tell you that I have a special video about getting free or making free bias binding, so you don't have to buy bias binding online, okay? And this is a simple way to do bias binding without ironing, okay? So don't worry. Once you're into sewing, you'll know, or you'll get what I mean. But as for now, let's focus on assembling this project. Taking the time to make those bias binding is definitely worth the effort, because it really gave those very soft, dainty sleeves some structure, and therefore it made the project all the more puffier and a lot more cuter.